And now we would like to recognize our most esteemed advisors, Mrs. Michelle Roberts, Mr. Seth Roberts, Ms. Kim Lin, and Mr. John Posner. Without their support, the Secretariat team would not have been able to successfully carry out this conference. We will now yield the floor to our respected advisor, Mr. Seth Roberts.
Thank you, Nicole. Hello, delegates, admin team, press corps, assembled personages of importance, as well as all of our advisors, parents, and audience members. It is truly my pleasure to welcome all of you to HSINMUN XIII. I did some calculations, and this year's event represents over 1,600 hours of work by dedicated students, staff, and other people who really see the importance of Model UN for creating a better tomorrow. This year's HSINMUN theme is Big Data and Sustainable Development. That is very important, as we need to understand the world in which we live and make it a better world. With that in mind, it is important to note that Taiwan produces the least trash per citizen of any nation in the world. And that's really interesting. I'd also like to recognize the Chief Model UN at IBSH, who's a woman who amazes me every day and who I am blessed to call my wife, Mrs. Michelle Roberts. We also need to recognize the person who did the bulk of organizing the myriad of details that make HSINMUN happen. This is also one of the hardest working women I have ever met, Ms. Kim Lin. You might notice a theme of strong women as I continue to thank people, because what I'm going to do next is say I would really like to thank our club president and parliamentarian, Ms. Jessica Kim, who has done an excellent job planning out this conference. She is a capable young woman, as is our Secretary General, Ms. Angela Jean. These people have labored for months to put on the simulation that will occur this weekend, and they truly do deserve our appreciation. As most of you know, Model UN actually began before the United Nations. Its idealism and involvement of youth of today is the only factor that can truly create a better tomorrow. We want to create a better tomorrow, not just for you, but for the children of the kids who are participating in HSINMUN XIII, and for their grandchildren, should they come to be someday. We're working to create a world that we can imagine as a better place than we live in today. Your engagement in the many issues that we have before you and before your committees may lead you to participate in creating real solutions to the problems that plague this world. And it is my ardent hope that this is the case. The only way to find these solutions is for you to all engage each other, and indeed to engage the entire world in finding better solutions than those that my generation found and the previous generations before mine. We look to you as the future and as our hope for a world that will become more perfect. The growing divisiveness and nationalism that is endemic to this age must be assuaged if we are going to find ways for all of us to live together in peace. That's why Model UN is so important. By living in the shoes of diplomats who are dedicated to finding the solutions to global issues that are good for their nations as well as for the entire world, you are giving me hope for my great-grandchildren. The act of thinking from the perspective of one from another nation opens not just our minds, but our hearts as well. And that's why I encourage you to eat, breathe, drink, and sleep Model UN over the next 55 hours. If you truly fulfill your role in this simulation and argue for perspectives that may not be your own or may, but that a diplomat from your delegation would support, then you are living in the spirit of Model UN and of the actual United Nations itself. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for the time, energy, and passion that you have put into preparing for this simulation. I know that you will make every person in your lives proud of how you comport yourselves this weekend. And you may even come up with solutions to issues that affect millions of lives and make those lives much better in the future. IBSH humbly thanks you for the work that you have done and the work that you will do this weekend to create a world without injustice, fear, and hate. Thank you very much.